What's going on, Broncos country? This is the Bronco back with another episode of Everything Broncos. I'm here to talk about the overreaction from yesterday evening's game. Broncos first Raiders. On Twitter this morning, I was like, excuse me, these fans gotta be ridiculous. But I also gotta remember that the Bronco fan base is loyal, and they're tired of what happened the last 7 years in Broncos country when it came to Broncos football. So I really can't be mad at them. I could just say, you know, I could just say this to them is that this is a new era, a new coach staff, a new team. The team is not even really the same no more. There's a lot of new faces on the team, a lot of new players brought in. They're getting used to each other. They're gelling, trying to play and calling plays, trying out plays. I mean, Russ didn't skip a beat. I mean, he took care of the ball, didn't throw an interception, didn't fumble the ball. He moved like the Russ of old. No, I don't think I think he ran like maybe one time and almost lost the ball, but he got it back. You know what I mean? But other than that, the offense played lights out really in the first quarter. And then what Sean Payton was talking about today, after watching film, he's like, wow, this is one of the most unusual films that I have ever watched. It's like both teams on offense played 6 quarters of football. And he said it's usually 10 to 12 series, right? So 6 series, each team plays 6 series. And he said it's usually 10 to 12 series each team usually get, right? Broncos came up short. It wasn't nothing that Russell did. Russell did all the right things. The offense, yeah, they could have tried to make a play, another play, but they made enough. Look, before I get into the other part of this, I'm just saying, like, people on Twitter, well, it's X now, but I think they really do too much, and then I understand how they feel in Broncos country because it seems like, wow, same old, right? Which was the title that I saw on somebody's podcast. It's the same old new year, but same old, same old. No, but yeah, it's a new year, but it's not the same old, same old. Look, people, we saw positives. I can tell you one. The Broncos scored on their first drive, on their first possession of the drive that they had on offense. I'm not talking about the onside kick. I'm talking about the actual first drive. They scored. And no Broncos team, even in the Peyton Manning era, didn't score points on their first drive. The Broncos haven't scored points on their first drive since 2008. and that was when Mike Shanahan was your head coach. So that was the last time that y'all scored a touchdown on your first possession, and that was in 2008 until until Sunday night that just passed. Sunday evening that just passed against Raiders. So that's a plus, right? That gotta be a plus. And the only way we could go from here is up. I mean, I trust our owners. They the ones who handpicked Sean Payton. They the ones that was in charge of the interviews because the general manager, GM George Payton, uh, he screwed up the last coach hire because that was the first time that he ever had to interview and hire a head coach. He has never had to do that before. And I think the new ownership group, the War Panthers, I think they got it right. And you know what I mean? I think they got it right. Sean Payton is the man to right the ship. And you know a lot of people in the media was getting at him talking about him because he wasn't allowing them media access all off season. I mean he did, but not like how they used to have access to the players after every practice and stuff like that. It wasn't like that this off season. Sean Payton held that at a minimum, and I think that's good. And so a lot of people in the media, especially in the Denver media, are mad about that. So that's why you hear a lot of riffraff, a lot of chitter chatter about Sean Payton and like saying is he really the right guy or you know what I mean. His resume speaks for himself, and whoever know what a Sean Payton offense is, right? They will understand. He's from the Bill Parcells Street. He holds no punches. He holds no words. He feels sorry for no one. He tells the the God honest truth. And if people can't swallow that, too bad for him, right? That's how he feels. Too bad for him. This team, the 2023 Denver Broncos, are on the right track. And like I read on X today, right? Well, there's somebody said yesterday during the game, but this is what was said. Russ got sacked. Russ did get sacked twice in that game. And they said, well, he's about to be the most sacked quarterback again this year. No, ain't. No, he's not. Because our offensive line is improved and it's bigger. Bigger dudes with mean attitudes, including Gary Bowles. He has something to prove because he missed last year with a broken leg. Got Quinn Miners. You got Ben Powers, Mike McGlinchey, the right tackle. Those are some big, mean dudes. And yeah, it was a lot of penalties on both sides. Both teams, both sides of the ball. You know what I mean? That probably could have played away in that Broncos loss. But overall, to me, it was a good game. We saw life in Russ. We saw it. I mean, he was getting the ball out fast. He was moving and he was using his legs. You know what I mean? To get the wide receiver open and throw so he could have a clear pocket. He was doing all that. I mean, so there's hope for the season, y'all. There's hope. And the Broncos went in at halftime with a lead, like what, 13 to 10, 13 to 10, 16 to 10. I mean, uh, now I'm gonna get into what I wanted to get into. On that first touchdown to Lil John Humphrey, Will Lutz, he missed the extra point. So that was like rated 7-6. And in that third quarter, in the third quarter of the game, Will Lutz was counted on again. This time for a 55-yarder field goal. He missed that too. So the Broncos left 4 points on the field. And if they didn't leave those 4 points on the field and hadn't made those points, that extra kid, that 55-yard field goal, it would be a different outcome today. And everybody would be, saying Sean Payton's man, Russ looked better. But they can't deny that because Russ did look better. There's a new head coach, new play caller in town. Listen, the offensive coordinator, Joe Lombardi, he's not the one calling the plays. That's Sean Payton. Joe Lombardi's job is to get everybody on offense up to speed with the plays that's in the playbook and help Russ adjust to do the adjustments he needs to be a good quarterback in this league. That's what his job is, and so is the QB coach, the quarterback coach. And really, that's just why I wanted to say, so it's no fussing. Please stop worrying. The roof is not falling, not caving in. None of that is happening. It was just week one, a game that we should have won, right? We had them by the throat, right? We had them by the neck, the throat, but we let them off the hook. Absolutely.